but we know it's some sort of measuring unit. Okay? All right, look at the next one. Diameter. Well, let me ask you this. Do I need to do another one like this, or you're with me, right? Okay, but I want to do one with fractions. Okay, are you okay with this one? You could do this one.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, look at one. Now here, this one's nice because it is radius. So circumference equals 2 times pi times radius. So circumference equals 2 times that 3.14. I don't need to change anything because my radius is already there. And what do I end up with?
Round?
You tell me, should you round?
Yes.
Sure. Does it come out a big, long, yucky number?
Not really, but 57.8.
Okay, so 50. So you're saying it's 57.8. Is that not rounded or rounded? That's rounded.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use these to show that I did round it in units. Now, you're going to look at your directions when you do your homework, right? Because your directions, if it tells you to round to the 10th place, then you have to round to the 10th place. If it doesn't tell you where to round, then you can choose and use your approximation symbol, right? Yes? No? You with me? Right? Okay. All right, let's do one with a fraction. Look at number 4 here. It has a fraction. So, Megan, this is what we're talking about, where we have to use what for pi?
22 divided by 7.
So 22 over 7. So again, I'm going to write my formula down. So circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. So circumference equals, now first of all, the first thing I have to do is what? Because this is diameter. What do I need to figure out my radius? So I'm going to have to divide this by 2. What do I get? Skylar? So is that correct? Did you put that in your calculator? Okay. All right. So if that's the case, then so I get 2 times, Megan, what am I putting in here?
22 divided by 7.
22 over 7 times that 1/3. And then what do I get? Now, if you put those in your calculator, put them in as fractions. And what do I get as a final result?
2 and 2 21st.
Okay, units. Okay. I'm trusting your guys' math. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You do number 6 for me. We won't do 5. You do number 6, make sure you're getting the right answers. What did you guys get for an answer?
32 times 0.
32 what?
1, 2, 0, 2.
0, 2.
So could I do that and then just use my approximation?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to label units. Now, did you notice that I chose to use this formula? Why do you think I did that?
So you don't have to change anything?
Yeah, I didn't have to change anything because they gave me a diameter. So you see how sometimes one formula is better than the other? They're both the same thing. But use whichever one you want. Okay? How about number 7? What are you going to use for pi on number 7?
22 over 7.
22 over 7. Do it for me. Megan, did you have a question for me?
Yeah. fine.
Okay. Now you guys are going to put it into your calculator, but I made it into a improper fraction. And when I do that, what'd you get for a final answer?
13 and 13 over 21.
Okay. Now, this is a little bit more accurate. One of the reasons, because Megan, you did bring up a good question, why use 22 over 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons is that it's a little bit more accurate because I didn't round anything.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, let's say for the sake of just so that you know this, sometimes they don't want you to round at all. Well, so remember, anything we use for pi is an approximation. So sometimes what we're going to do is the directions will say leave in terms of pi. If they do that, watch, let me do one like that. So let's do number 8 like that. I'm going to leave this one in terms of pi. And it's actually easier. It sounds hard. You're like, oh gosh, that sounds like that might be really hard. Watch what happens. Circumference equals pi times, in this case, we're going to put 2 times the radius because they gave us radius. So circumference equals 2. Guess what? If they want me to leave it in terms of pi, I'm not going to change my pi symbol at all. I'm going to leave it a pi symbol. Okay? So it's going to look like this. What's my radius?
1.5.
Okay, so times 1.5. Okay? I'm going to simplify this. What could I multiply together here, Mason?
2 and 1.5.
And what do I get when I do that?
9.4.
What is it? Right there.
20.
Okay?
6.
I got 3.
2.
You guys, 2 1.5s. What's 1.5 and 1? Thank you. Okay, so 3 pi. I'm done. This is leaving it in terms of pi. Okay? So you may come across that. This way is actually easier. I didn't have to change pi into anything, did I? Okay? So, and then units. So 3 pi, centimeters, meters, whatever. Meg.
For the formulas, what are you most likely to use, like 2 times pi times r, or?
You know what I would do is if it gives me diameter, then I would use c is equal to pi times diameter.
Okay.
If it gives me the radius, then I would use my 2 times pi times radius, just so I don't have to change anything with the radius or diameter.
Okay.
You can really decide, Megan. Sometimes people go, you know what, I just want to use one formula all the time. I don't want to have to worry about it. But then you have to worry about switching. If it asks for the radius and you have diameter, then you've got to cut it in half. So you really have to just decide which way you like the best.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Questions? Okay, you're going to do 9-6 worksheet when you come in here for homework tomorrow. Thanks.